Hello everyone, thanks a lot for loving this story, and this is going to be last episode of this story because I'm a bit of getting bored of this story, so I'm going to just end it. I hope you will love it. Thanks for your way. Next day, Dr. Dr. Jisung greeted us and take us into her office. Dr. Ji, thank you for taking such a good care of my brother. When he was here, we hands her the basket that he is filled with mostly fruits and chocolates. Dr. G started to protest, but we quickly think of it as a small donation to the hospital staff. Thank you, V. Now I know you didn't drive all the way here just for this. She responded with a smile. True, we were also wondering if you did the assault forensic exam for Taehyung. We questioned. I didn't do it myself, but I had a trained nurse do one. Are you thinking of pressing charges against the assaulters? She shifted her gaze towards me when she asked the question. I nodded and she smiled at me. Okay, then give me the details of the officers in charge and we can have evidence of assaulters. Proceeds. We thanked her again and we walked head back to the car. Oh, I forgot to ask, V says. Once we are sitting in the car, I look at him and tilted my head, waiting for him to continue. Did your result came out negative? He asked so quietly that I had to lean forward to hear him. Yeah, I didn't get any yesterday's. I reply as I fasten my seatbelt. Then that's good. Do you? We replies, but I ignore him and stare through the car window. If only I could fast forward to this miserable part of my life. Time escape. I waved goodbye to Hobie, who was dropped me from home after therapy session. I really like the therapist and I think I'll continue to see her. I lie down on my couch. No one is at home. We was at his office. I was lying when my phone rings. Taehyung, I missed you. No one will let me know what happened with you and you haven't responded to my messages or calls in weeks, and when I came over you locked yourself in your room. Jimmy screams into my ear as soon as I answer. Despite his hyper kid hopped up on way too much sugar. If you are free, we can move over. Came over now. I didn't want to hide it anymore from Jimin. He is sounding too worried and he is best friend. I can never ask. Yes, okay, I will be there right now. Is he running? It sounds like he was running. I hear the jiggle of the keys and car unlocking. It's hot. The sortie is crazy. After telling everything to Jimin, I was again feeling low, so to cheer me up, we and Jimin planned as camping. I stretched and opened my eyes. I actually slept well and didn't have any nightmare. I look over to V and Jimin, who are still fast asleep and wrapped up in blanket. I am really glad they agreed to camp in our backyard last night. I know either of them are huge fan of camping, but I think we all had fun. I enjoyed it so much that we even convinced me to go have another outdoor adventure, as he put it, at Jungkook's house today. He assured me that there will be a total 6 people there, myself including the, and I agreed to go since I will know most of the people and I think I want to meet Jungkook. He has been randomly popping into my head and dreams since I saw him on the video call 2 weeks ago. Time escape at hospital. Hobie Hyung's wife is in hospital. She is delivering the baby today and everyone is here, including Taehyung and me. After half an hour, I'm going to get a snack from the vending machine. I say to V a few minutes after we back to waiting room. I'm so bored and some chocolates from the vending machine sounds amazing right now. Okay, let's go. V replies, pocketing the phone. I'm not a child, Taehyung. I can go alone. I reply, maybe a little too harshly since I see we flinch. The vending machine isn't far, but I guess I understand his concern. I haven't actually been anywhere public on my own since I left the hospital, and though this hospital isn't crowded, it isn't empty either. Just mean that I need to start doing stuff on my own again, I say in a softer tone, and we nod and I flash me a smile. I look at all the yummy selections on the vending machine. Oh, why do all these snacks look so amazing? No, I came for chocolates. Let's just get that now. Which chocolate should I have? I definitely have to get some Mr. and Mrs. My hand freezes as I go to punch in the code to get the Mr. and Mrs. A cold shiver ran down my spine, prompting me to turn to the side. That's when I see him, one of the guys from that night, the one that threatened to hurt me. I stumble a few steps backward, my hands start to tremble and my throat feel like I swallowed a giant mango seed. I breathe in deeply, but no air seems to fill my lung. I try to take another step backward so that I can put some distance between me and the crazy man stalking towards me. His lips curl up in a cruel smirk, and I stare into the cold, almost black eyes of the nameless guy that encountered for the first time that night. No, he can't be here. This must be something my imagination conjuring me. I blink furiously, trying to get the image of the man striding towards me out of my head, except that he didn't disappear instant. He just get closer and closer. The smirk on his face grew into an unsettled green, and I start to feel nuisance. No, this cannot be happen again. Sweat collect on my forehead and my chest feels like it's being crushed by the meat grater. I can't breathe. I open my mouth, gasping for air, and wouldn't come out. Taehyung, a distant, calm, sweet, and bugger, familiar voice called me Taehyung. The room started spinning. The man breaks eye contact, shifting his gaze over my head. My legs give out under me, and my eye rolls back, and I lose consciousness. The last thing I remember is being eggful by warm, strong, safe arms. Which POV thing is taking longer than expected at the vending machine. It isn't too far from away, so why isn't he back yet? I decided to get up and look for him. When I get to the vending machine, I look around in confusion as there is no Taehyung in sight. Surely he didn't leave without saying anything. Excuse me, have you seen a blonde guy wearing a white and yellow striped t-shirt? I ask an elder man sitting near the vending machine. Oh, you mean that boy that fainted? A man took him check with the nurses. He choked out with a thick voice. A man took him what? Why? Who? There is questions bouncing around my brain, and I make my way to the reception. eager to find out if they know anything. I'm looking for my brother, Kim Taehyung. Someone said he fainted near the vending machines. My voice came out strained and my heart is beating a mile a minute. One second, yes, he is in what's even the nurse replies. I particularly run to the room and look through the beds until I find Taehyung, some poof guy sitting next to him. Who the heck are you? What are you doing? What did you do to my brother? I asked through gritting teeth. The guy quickly turned around and I breathed a sigh of relief as I recognized it's Jungkook. However, my relief is short-lived since I still don't know what he did to my brother. My jaw thicks as I glare at him. Heavy thing was in sort of weird staring match with a guy approaching the vending machine. Taehyung looked tensed, borderline scared, so I called out to him. He didn't seem to hear me, so I moved closer and catch him just as he fainted. Then I asked the nurses to help. Jungkook hurriedly explained, standing up and casually approaching me. You are not off the hook yet. I need to check with Taehyung and hear what happened first. I replied harshly while glaring at him. I rushed over to Taehyung, leaving Jungkook awkwardly standing at the door. After fussing over Taehyung for a minute, I realized that it might have been worse had Jungkook not asked the nurse for help. I realized sigh as I released a sigh as I realized that I should give Jungkook the benefit of doubt. I turned back towards him, gave him a smile and said, "Thank you for helping." This new Taehyung seems to be doing better and he had so much fun. Last night it was so refreshing to see Taehyung smiling, laughing again. So what the heck happened? No problem. I was just worried. Jungkook replies with a warm smile. I actually brought my neighbor to the hospital, so I had to go see if her children are here so that they can take over. Would I be able to come back and check on Taehyung later? I nod and he flashes me an approaching smile before he leaves. What are you doing here? You should be with your wife. I called Taehyung as he was here searching for me and Jin and Namjoon are with her and I'm not staying long. What happened? The nurse came back a few minutes ago. She thinks he had a panic attack and fainted, but he will be fine. I replied, glancing at the bell. Thanks, POV. My eyes flash open, my chest rising and falling rapidly. I see the white fudge outline of the ceiling through my blurry vision. Where am I? The muffled sounds around me do nothing to help answer that question. Oh my god, the man took me. He was approaching me with such a sinister grin. Oh god, I excused my eyes shut. No, I remember those arms catching me, those strong, comfortable arms. I take a deep breath. There is no way those arms would let me get hurt. I take another deep breath. Whenever I am able, I will be safe. I am sure of it. I continue breathing slowly until I start to hear the now familiar matching of hospital machines of hospital along with Jin and we chatting. You are awake? We says, soothing out of his chair and rushed towards me. What happened? Are you okay? His eyes seems to portray only worry these days. I'm okay. I saw one of the men from that night, but I'm okay. I really am. I reached out to squeeze V's hand. while giving Jin a assuring smile despite how terrified it was to see that man again. The only thing on my mind right now are those arms that broke my fall. They were so powerful and secure I couldn't spend all day in those arms. Who brought me here? I add quickly, cutting off V, who no doubt was going to press me for details on what exactly happened. Jungkook, he said he saw you at the vending machine and you looked scared. We replies, still fussing over me like there is some hidden message on my skin that says, look, this is where you hurt. Taehyung is lying. Is he? I am interrupted when I see Geek God himself enter the ward carrying a gift bag. He stops at the end of the bed. Hi everyone, hi Taehyung. I hope you wouldn't hide under the blanket this time too. God, in this form of Jungkook smile at me, the warmth smile I ever seen. The light bunches of the smile make me them seem somehow deeper and brighter. His eyes are the perfect chocolate color and his gaze is just as sweet as my favorite Nutella pancakes. I brought you something, little tiger. Can I give it to you? Jungkook's mesmerizing voice asked, my heart doing flip at the nickname. I always loved nicknames, but I only got baby or cutie. Smiling, I pick up at him. I love gifts. Is that Gent gift bag for me? I can't help the excitement in my voice, and I hear V and Jin laugh and see Jungkook smile, which seems to match my level of excitement. Jungkook sticks the bag out for me to take, and I eagerly grab it, and he clenches again. I quickly pull out a decorative paper on top and guess when I see the contents. I let out an excited squeal as I shuffle around in the bag. The gift bag literally has at least two of every snacks in the vending machine. Thank you so much, Jungkook. I love this. I love snacks a lot, but anything chocolate and strawberry is best. Strawberry chocolate is my favorite though. I reply immediately, hugging the Gantt bag of snacks to my chest and gently rocking them. Oh, and thank you for bringing me here, I added as an afterthought. Jungkook clenches and grins at me. Of course, I'm glad you like it. I was worried it might be too over the top. Jungkook responds sleeplessly. Time escape, thanks POV. Why don't I have any cute clothes? I mumble as I toss aside another t-shirt. The barbecue at Jungkook's house is today and Jungkook is going to be there. I really shouldn't be putting so much effort into my appearance because this is definitely not a date and nothing will happen with Jungkook, but I can't help the excitement crushing through my veins. Jungkook and I spoke every day for the past 3 days and he told me more about the past and life at his public relation job. Since I wasn't ready to share anything too personal, we watched a lot of movies together and talk about our favorite romantic comedies and music. As I hood up a tie-dye t-shirt, why do I hear my phone ping and I immediately stop my search, cling my way through the pile of clothes to get my phone. I finally find it and unlock it to find a selfie that Jungkook sent from of him wearing a huge smile and holding up a packets of 5 packets of Mr. and Mrs. along with another text. I giggle at the selfie and stare at his flawless face for a few extra seconds before reading the text. My future boyfriend Taehyung, as promised, I got you Mr. and Mrs. and you still are coming to the barbecue. I decided not to change the way he saved himself and my phone. It makes me giddy with excitement every time I see a notification pop up from him, and I think I'm already starting to think like him. I'm really looking forward to see him in person. Yes, Mr. Don't eat my Mr. and Mrs. I'm going to find a shirt, but I have nothing cute to wear. I'm tired on I have tried on at least 15 outfits. I gasp in horror as I reread my text. Why did I tell him I am looking for something cute to wear and that I am putting so much effort onto my outfit? Will he think it's a date? Do I want him to think it's a date? I don't have long to dwell on this because Jungkook instantly replies, "My future boyfriend, are you getting all dressed up for me? You will be cute in literally anything. Do you want me to video call so I can help you choose?" I press on the edge of the bed as I consider my option. I do need help choosing an outfit, but I don't like how any of my clothes are fitting and would prefer me. I don't want to video call, but thanks for the offer. I will see you soon. Jungkook, okay? If you change your mind, just give me a call. If not, we'll see you soon. I'm excited to see you. I smile at the message and fall backward on the bed, releasing constant sigh. I wonder what Jungkook will wear. When I met him at the hospital, he was wearing a shirt which clung to his abs. I smiled dreamily at the image. I hope he will wear something like that again. Hi, Taehyung. Jimin's voice sounds from the doorway, interrupted my daydream. I raise my head and see him dramatically hopping over a piece of clothes to get me. I roll my eyes and again rest my head in the mattress. Need some help? Nothing is cute. All my clothes are too big for me, and I look like I reply quickly. This is first time I'm actually going out since that night and I want to look good. There is also a small part of me that wants to impress Jungkook more than a small part, if I'm being honest. Jimin hums a response. It's on the floor and started going through a pile of clothes. Any progress? We ask, stretching his head into the room. A few minutes later, he just came back. I have got some ideas, Jimin replies enthusiastically, and I prop myself up on the elbow to see what he is talking about. Try this. I look at the bright pink shirt and yellow t-shirt and front, too bright. Jimin nod and hold up a dark green shorts and light grey bottom up down, too dull. Jimin roll his eyes and hold up a black shorts with that will stop. But to time escape Jungkook's house, Jungkook's POV. Jimin immediately attacks Yoongi with his lips and we grins before throwing himself onto my embarrass. He pulls away all too soon and look back towards Taehyung, who is smiling shyly and trying hard not to look look like he is staring at Jungkook, who is wearing a skin-tight t-shirt and accurate his abs. Jungkook stared at Taehyung with his mouth hanging open for a few more seconds before he managed to say anything. "Wow, my little tiger, you look amazing," Jungkook exclaimed, not at all trying to hide the fact that he is checking him out. He was wearing a grey shorts and brown half-sleeve t-shirt. Taehyung giggled and picked at him. "Are you hungry?" Taehyung nods enthusiastically. Taekook and Youngmin are busy with each other in two separate rooms. Taehyung's POV, as if in an entrance, my face inches close to Jungkook. I can see some scars on his face, and even though those are perfect, Jungkook's breath hinges as he no doubt can feel my breath fanning across his face. Other than that, he remains completely still. The smell of sweet mocha latte mixed with a hint of manly musky drifts up into my nose, further screaming my already enchanted thoughts. I move even closer, and just as I was about to connect our lips, my hand collided with the decorative paper of the bucket before me crashing. I glared at Jungkook, who is still hasn't opened his eyes. Why is he so hot? Why he is making me want to kiss his stupid lips? I'm not ready for any of this. Why did you close your eyes? I asked, and I flinched at my heart's irritated tone of voice. Jungkook lets out a nervous glance, still keeping his eyes closed, so you could stare at me without glancing away whenever I catch you. You seems like you really wanted to check me out. I'm so sorry if I misinterpreted that. Then I open my eyes now. I understand that he was trying to be considerate of what I wanted, but I'm still upset with him for some reason. I feel like I was tricked into wanting to kiss him. No. Jungkook rubs his back and neck awkwardly. Okay, I'm really sorry if I upset you. I sigh and bite inside my cheek. I don't know how to decipher my feelings. My body wants Jungkook and seems to already trust him, but my mind is still playing catch up. I'm still worried about getting hurt. I can't deal with another betrayal. Why am I such a mess? I like that Jungkook is flirty and that he was considered enough to let me stare at him without having to worry about getting catch, but I can't help the hesitation that I'm feeling, the tiny hint of doubt telling me that once kiss and change the nature of our relationship, all he will want to do this and me, and I'm definitely not ready for that. My eyes drift back to the beautiful man in front of me who obediently hasn't opened his eyes, and I smile. You didn't. I want to tell him that I like him, and me not kissing him has nothing to do with the undeniable attraction I feel towards him, but the words got stuck in my throat. I want to ask him to be patient and to let me take things as slow as or as fast as I want, but I know that's not fair for him. I can't see you, so I don't know what's happening, but I already told you I have a lot of patience and that you can ask me out if or when you are ready. I haven't changed my mind about dating you, as my boyfriend, and don't worry, I don't think there is anything you can do to scare me off. Unless, of course, you really don't want me to show interest. Warm fuzzy feeling separate over me at Jungkook's mini monologue. Wow, how dumb would I look if Taehyung isn't here and I am just talking to myself? Jungkook mumble and pout. I giggle and pick back my half-eaten pack of Mr. and Mrs. popping one into my mouth. You are so cute when you pout. This time I'm saying is deliberately because he really is cute when he pouts, but also because I do know him to keep showing interest. Though I can't bring myself to say it directly, I smile and grace Jungkook's face with my words. Is bright enough to light up the whole world. Can I please open my eyes? Jungkook whinges and giggle and nod before I realize that he can't see me. Yes, you can. I say, stuffing more Mr. Mrs. into my mouth. You look like a Tata. Jungkook explained, blinking rapidly as his eyes adjust to the light. Thanks POV. Next day, Jungkook and Taehyung went to the movie date after date. They were in the car. Do you want to go back home or do you like to go on a date with me? Jungkook asked, sliding onto the driver's seat next to me. A wide smile separate across my face and a warm fuzzy feeling settling in my stomach. Glancing at the clock on the dashboard, I noticed that it's only 30 in the evening. I'm not tired and I'm really want to go on a date with him. As a bonus, if I stay out longer, we and Jungkook can have more time along as they are at our home exploring their love life. As I am getting close to Jungkook, we started dating. Jungkook, yes, without a doubt, I reply, echoing the earlier response. When I asked him to be my boyfriend, he clenched and started. Where are we going? I asked, playing with the hem of my t-shirt. Jungkook clenched, and from the corner of my eyes I see him shaking his head. It's secret. I want to know. I whinge and pout, shifting to face him, the straight of his muscles flexing as he turned and stared. We'll sit of a weird heat in me and my plush queens. I brought his pizza shirt a size under so that my tongue eventually flickers around my lips, and that weird heat increases as I watch Jungkook muscles poking me. He turns the wheel. I shift in my seat, trying to adjust my pants that are starting to get unusual comfortable. What is happening? I push that thought aside and now I continue to stare at the smoking hot boyfriend. I gasp immediately, tearing my eyes away from Jungkook and snatching my hand from his leg. I try to get my hypos breathing under control and pull my shorts high to my growing erection. Take me home. I don't want to go on a date, I say in a voice barely above a whisper. Taehyung, what's wrong? Jungkook asks, and I can hear the worry in his voice. I can tell you where we are. Take me home, I said in a firm voice, and see Jungkook nod from the corner of my eyes. I suck in a shaky breath and lean forward, putting my head in trembling hands. That was first time I have been assaulted since. Every time, not even in my more proactive dreams about Jungkook did I wake up with the need. I know I'm still terrified. What if I get lost in the moment and end up being physical with him? before I'm fully ready and I regret it later? What if I get scared halfway though, but Jungkook doesn't notice and he ends up unintentionally hurting me? What if I hate every moment of it and never want to do it again? More importantly, would Jungkook leave me if I don't have the thing with him? I screw out of the car as soon as Jungkook stopped in front of my house and ran to my doorstep. The keys, of course, fall since I can't seem to get my trembling hands to cooperate. I go to bend down and pick them up, but Jungkook is already there. He selects the house key and unlock the door. Can you please tell me why you suddenly change your mind? His voice is pleading, and when my gaze meet his, I can see the confusion and concern there. Instead of telling him like an adult I am, I hurry past into the safest of my house. Without stopping, I quickly make my way to the bedroom and slam the door, leaning against momentarily before collapsing onto the floor. My body is shaking like a leaf. Too much happened today. Too many changes. Too many emotions. Confusion, worry, happiness and sadness overwhelm me, fighting to see which emotion will prevail. It's too much for me. I can feel them bursting out of me in form of loud sobbing. I crawl towards my bed and curl up in a ball. My hand, my last thought before I drift off sleep from my ex- exhaustive crying is that I want Jungkook an explanation. Next day, thanks POV, I shifted sewing, showering and changing onto my pillow and grey Homer spinning pajamas about 5 minutes ago, and I have been standing at the door since then, waiting for Jungkook. As we told me, Jungkook is home and want to talk to me. Taehyung, Jungkook's quiet voice calls from the other side of the door. I immediately flying the door open and Jungkook jumps, slightly startled by the force with which it swings open. He is wearing a soaked light grey t-shirt and dark grey sweatpants that clings to his muscular leg, and his hair is still damp and sticking up in all directions. A tiny giggle escaped me because this is first time I have ever seen without his hair perfectly styled. Even when we went to gym together, he would resisting the urge to play with his hair. I step aside and let him enter. If he still wants me to after our chat, I will definitely play with it. I pop down on the bed, tucking my legs under the cover. I place Tata and pink cookie soft toy that Jungkook got me on my lap. My cute, adorable boyfriend Jungkook is as he approaches the bed. He rises, elects another giggle, and I hug the Tata closer. Jungkook hesitates once he reaches the bed, not sure where he should sit. I bite the inside of my cheek, trying to decide how close I want him to be. You can sit next to me, I mumble, pulling back the cover so that he can get under the door. Just a little, placing my back against the wall so that I can see still his face. Can I ask you something? I whisper. After a moment of Jungkook smile and nods, prompting me to continue. Do you think our relationship will last if I never want to go get physical? I hold my breath as I was waiting for the reply, not knowing which response it was. If he will say, I'll think he is lying because I have seen him looking at me with lustful gaze. Usually it's after me work out and my shirt is drenched in sweat and clinging to my body. He has never acted on it and doesn't make me uncomfortable, but the desire is there. If he say no, it will break my heart because I really don't think I can bear to see him with anyone else. It's selfish and mean, but I want him all myself. Taehyung, it's not answering that question because I don't think this question. The crunching weight pressing around my chest seems to dissipate with Jungkook's response. My eyebrows knit together at my reaction. Did I really ask a question didn't want to hear the answer to? With that being said, I wasn't lying when I said I will wait as long as you want me to. He reassures me with a soft smile playing with his lips. I take a shaky breath, unable to be fully convinced by his words. I'm scared. I don't want to lose you, but I'm scared that I will. I'm so broken, Jungkook, and you are so perfect. If I can't fulfill all your needs, then after a laugh, a tear started to run down my cheeks. It feels like sadness and insecurity as trying to drag me down into their ocean and leave me there, suffocating and struggling. I wheeze and sniff as my tears drop onto the dirt. There will certainly be a lot of unpack with the therapist next week. Why isn't he saying anything? Why wouldn't he comfort me? Why will he leave me drown in the ocean of despair? The silence seems to ring on for hours before I hear Jungkook whisper my name. My gaze drifts towards him and the tears have gathered in the corner of my eyes as I can see his innocent face as he gives me a sweet smile once that realized he has reserved just for me. A smile that makes me feel like I am the most precious person in the world. He holds open his arm, inviting me into his embrace. He hasn't even said anything yet, and I am already starting to feel better. My sobs are less intense, and my insecurities are already starting to subside. Why have I never hugged him before or let him hold me close? It feels like the most natural thing in the world. I release a soft sigh. I definitely need to have his secure arm around me more often if he will let me. Little tiger, Jungkook, start after a few minutes. Didn't I say we are all a little broken? You know about my struggles and anger management and alcohol. How I have handled them. I'm far from perfect, Jungkook mumbled against my hair thing. Love I really like you. My heart escaped a beat despite my tear. A smile spread across my face. And I'm not going anywhere. So don't worry and wouldn't lose me. Stop trying to predict the future and focus on the now and being here with me. I feel Jungkook plant a kiss on my hair and a warm, pleasant tingling feeling spread over me and heart letting his words sink in. What after a few minutes of me taking quite comfort from Jungkook, I pull away, taking a deep breath. I look him in his eyes because I need to see the reaction firsthand. I go through horrible thing. A few months ago, my ex-boyfriend and three of his friends. Jungkook's mouth hangs open for a moment before I see anger flash across his face. His eyes flick away from me. He clenches his hand and his body started to shake, flushing with anger. Somehow I know he's not angry with me, and I reach out and stroke the back of the fist. This seems to have him refocus on me. I use my other hand and play with his curled fingers, trying to get them uncurled. Still, Jungkook continues to seethe with anger. Don't be angry, I mumble as I bend down and kiss the back of his hand. He gasps and his fingers started to relax upon meeting his eyes. He gave me a soft smile, and I can still see the same look of adoration in his eyes, and that gave me the courage to continue. I proceed to give him a little more detail on how they stole my first time and how I felt so betrayed, how the case against all of them is going, as well as my why I am upset yesterday, why I freaked out in the car, and why from the film festival. Jungkook, Jungkook listened attentively the entire time, and silent tears ran down his cheeks. I managed not to throw up, though I still cry a lot. Do you still want to date me? I asked Jungkook once I have finished telling him everything in my heart. I know that he still cares about me and doesn't see me as an different because he is still looking at me like I'm the most beautiful, precious person in the entire world, but I need verbal confirmation. Jungkook smiled, a bright smile, and light up the entire face. Of course I do, he exclaimed before scratching the back of my neck. I tilted my head. Suddenly started to feel nervous and by his behavior. There is a bird coming, but he says, and my heart sinks. Maybe I was wrong. Jungkook doesn't want me. I tried to blink back the tears and focus on what he's saying, but I can't seem to hear over the increasing ringing in my eyes. How could I think he ever wanted me? Hanji's word echoes in my head, filthy, disgusting, pathetic. Jungkook doesn't want me. No, he said he did. Let him finish. I screamed to my head, trying to contract the insults my mind is throwing at me, but I can't seem to calm myself down enough to hear him pathetic, filthy. No, please. My spiraling thoughts are interrupted by a warm hands on my face and a slight pressure to my forehead as Jungkook leans his head against mine. The ringing in my ear is too loud and doesn't seem to be subsiding. What did you say after but? I force out a trembling whisper. Jungkook moves his hands away and remain on my face, and he uses his thumb to wipe away some of my tears. He gave me a new nervous smile before saying, I already guessed what happened, but exact circumstances I of course didn't know. He knew. Why did he still date me? But how did he knew? How you knew? He nods, give me a sleepy smile before responding. Jungkook and I overheard Yoongi talking a while ago. It was around the time of the hospital incident. We already knew Yoongi was working on an assault case, so when he mentioned my name as a witness for the case, I put the two together. Why did you date me then? I whisper, unable to meet his gaze. Oh, Taehyung, sweetheart. Sweet pie, I wish you could see yourself through my eyes. If you did, you would be asking how I ever spend time away from you, Jungkook explained. I exclaimed tenderly, stroking my cheek. When I lift my eyes to see his face, he is wearing a generous, happy smile that reaches his eyes. Taehyung, the first time I saw a picture of you, I thought you were breathtaking. Then, when you hid from me on the video call, I thought you were sweet and adorable, and I knew then that I wanted to explore a relationship between us. Every second that I have spent with you since then has brought so much joy to my life. You make me the happiest I have been in a long time and possibly the happiest I have ever been. I want to. Surprisingly, I am not angry that he found out instant. I am happy that he is choosing to be with me despite my hang-ups. If you make me Nutella pancakes in the morning, I'll consider it, I say with a smile which grows when Jungkook eagerly bobs his head and down in agreement, suddenly feeling a warm emotions catch up with me. I yawn and gently remove Jungkook's hand from my face so that I can lie down after sneaking under the cover and hugging my soft eye. I mumble, "Come on, Taehyung. Really like your hug, so can you snuggle with Tata and me?" Jungkook clenches and carefully pulls me towards him once he is settling under the cover. "Good night, little tiger," he mumbled before pressing the case once again onto the top of my head. Time escaped 1 year. Radha's POV. "No, stop, please. No, no." Taehyung was screaming. Hey, little tiger, you are safe. Wake up. I'm here with you. No need to be scared." Jungkook was trying hard to wake his boyfriend from his nightmare. "It has been a year." Hanji and his friends got their punishment of doing such a horrible thing to Taehyung. Hanji was sentenced to death and his friends were sentenced to the life imprisonment. It was usual for Taehyung to have nightmares after he met Jungkook and started dating and spending more time hours a night together. They stopped having nightmares, but today he had one. It could be because it was Taehyung's and Jungkook's wedding tomorrow. Taehyung, V and Jimin is their friends are getting married together. Jungkook, I saw. It's okay, you don't have to tell me. I know you had a nightmare. Come on, get up. I had to drop you back your home. Tomorrow is our wedding at Jungkook and Yoongi's. Jungkook said, kissing Taehyung's forehead. They nod and get up from the bed. They had breakfast together and Jungkook dropped Taehyung to his home. Time escaped wedding day. Jungkook and Yoongi was in one room getting ready for their wedding. Jungkook, Yoongi is also happy to you and only I am feeling nervous. Jungkook asked, "What do you think? You are only human." "Of course we are nervous," Jungkook said, punching Jungkook's forearm. "Aren't you looking like some kind of angels from heaven?" On the other side, Taehyung, V and Jimin was in one room all dressed up and waiting for Jin and his husband Namjoon to call them out. V was smiling while Jimin was a bit nervous and kept saying nonsense things while Taehyung was sitting in the corner of the room biting his nails in nervousness. "Taehyung, listen to me. You know Jungkook loves you, right?" V says as his brother. "Yeah, and he doesn't also even force you ever so for anything, and he's like the not like the fucking freaking Hanji who only desire for Jimina. We shouts at Jimin and Jimin stopped talking in midway. Once again he was lost his control on his sense while he was getting more nervous now. What is Jungkook? End up hate him for everything and doesn't want Taehyung anymore. We Jimin, let's go. It's time now, Jin said, and all of them start walking the aisle in front. We with Jin in middle, Taehyung with Hobie, and in last, Jimin with Namjoon. The wedding was all blurry for Taehyung, and he didn't realize until priest asked Jungkook to kiss Taehyung. Jungkook was about to kiss Taehyung on his forehead, but Taehyung wanted to take a next step, so he whispered in Taehyung's Jungkook's ear, "Kiss me on my lips, like real everyone, and seal our wedding." As soon as Jungkook heard Taehyung's demand, he was shocked for a moment. Then he smiled brightly and sealed his lips with Taehyung's. He closed his eyes, feeling the beautiful sensation of being kissed by the man he fell in love and getting married. Everything else was shocked as Jungkook was first. Then it has been 3 hours of their wedding, and Youngmin was in Young's home in his bedroom, decorated with red and yellow flowers for their wedding night. Jimin, why are you taking too much time? Do you need any kind of help? I know, what are you implying to say? No need to think about being naughty in the bathroom. I am coming out. We will be naughty in the bedroom only for the start. Jimin replies at the bathroom, and Yoongi his cat face become all red. After a few minutes, Jimin was out of the bathroom in yellow and red night shorts and t-shirt matching with the room decoration. As soon as Jimin was out of the bathroom, Yoongi jumped at him and picked Jimin up in his arm. What are you doing, Yoongi? Jimin asked, getting surprised, playing. Meanwhile, with Taekook, Jungkook's POV, can I blindfold you for a few minutes, my little tomato baby? I asked, stopping V at the foot of the stair. Okay, kinky. V replies with a smirk. I roll my eyes and he nods, so I leave him by the stairs to grab a cloth to tie over his eyes. Once I return, I quickly cover his eyes, then sneak the Hawaii pizza upstairs along with the bottle of Fiji non-alcoholic champagne. I turn on the twinkling lights that I set up in my room for our wedding night to go back downstairs to be. I scoop up my blindfolded tomato bridle in bridal style and clench as he shrinks at the sudden moment. I prepare kisses all over his face on the way up to the stairs and grin and laugh the entire time. I set him down after kicking the door closed. Okay, you can take off the blindfold, I whisper in his ear and smile as I see him shiver in response. He quickly removes the clothes over his eyes and gasps. He smiles brightly as he looks around the room, and when his eyes land on me, they are filled with warmth and happiness. Are you planning to impregnate me, Vampy? We teases. I glance and stretch out my hands to him with my promptly takes. I pressed a kiss on the back of his hand and watches as he turned the most delicious shade after it. I lead him towards the table where I had the pizza hidden under the silver cover. I take a deep breath and slowly remove it. We gasp and read the word I love you written on the pizza in strawberry crunches. We smile widely and I can see tears welling up in his eyes. I gave him the gift bag that I was hiding behind my back, and we smirk widely and I wordlessly take it and open it. He gasps again, and this time I see the tears fall. His service and matching phone covers and key rings. I take another deep breath. I love you. I know we are married now, but I still want to say and found you your way into my heart, and now I can't breathe without thinking of you. I love you too, my bunny, hubby, Jungkook. My heart escapes a beat and my body feels weightless. I'm smiling from ear to ear, and after eating our food, can you come over here, please? I called way close to me, and he was with Taekook. Thanks, POV. Taehyung, you fresh up. You go fresh up and in the bathroom. I'm going to the other bathroom, Gookie said, and I nodded. After freshening up, do you want to sleep or do something up? Want a walk or anything? Gookie was getting a bit nervous with his words, and I know why. Gookie, you don't need to be nervous. I want something. I want you to do a makeout. I really appreciate your for patience enough, but I want you to be close to me and touch me. Make me forget those bad touches. I said to Gook. My husband doesn't hesitate to immediately press his lips against mine. I smile into and kisses as his eyes flutter close, his hands tighten around my waist, and I slide forward and on his lap, particularly gulping. It's like all the times he couldn't kiss me are manifesting now, pouring into the undenying kiss, all the restraints that he put on himself and that I pull on. He seems to dissolve as his lips flatten mine. I tighten my grip around his neck and pleasant crushes through my body. Jungkook breaks the kiss ever so slightly, and his hand slide down to join the other on my wrist. I pull away a bit, more curious to see his face. His eyes are still closed, and when he opened them, they are glittering with tears. Love, happiness, trust, and gratefulness are swirling around in dark brown orbs. He is gazing at me like I'm a rare, precious gem that he finally got to hold. I think I unlinked my hand from around his neck and instantly kept his face. A wide grin spread across my face, and I licked a giggle before leaning forward to preparing light kisses all over his face until he breaks into a smile. Thank you, Jungkook, whisper once I stop kissing his face and my hands drift down rest of his chest. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for opening up to me and being honest with me. Thank you for letting me try to make you smile and for letting me love you. Thank you for being my baby husband. Thank you for making me the happiest I have ever been, and most of all, thank you for loving me, my Tete hubby. Tears of joy well up in my eyes. His perfect work. Though I should be the one thanking him and for helping me to get back. This is all like some fantasy, like some miracle. How can Jungkook loves me a lot? How can I be so lucky because of him and I could move on my life. I couldn't forget those horrible past of mine, and because of all of them I was brave enough to pull Hanji and three of his friends to court and punish them for what they did. I love you, Jungkook. I love you so much, I said to Jungkook, getting out of my thoughts as Jungkook laid me on the bed and he was about on top of me. I love you too, Tae. I love you still till the last breath of my life, Jungkook said, and I feel the warm touches all over me. The end. I'm so sorry everyone if the ending was a bit rushed, and I hope you will love the story. Whatever you feel about the story, tell me in the comment section. I'll see you again with another Taekook love story. Till then, take care, safe, and be happy and healthy. Bye.